Okay, hello. I guess it's seed sharing season again, so I wanted to show you what I'm growing in my tiny garden this year. If you haven't seen my tiny garden, that's it. That's my garden. And so inside of this tea box, I have far more seeds than you think will probably fit in my yard. I'm gonna organize them for you real quick. Alright, I have them organized, so starting with herbs, I have basil and cilantro. Obviously, why wouldn't you have them? I have some sage already outside and some other things already outside. For carrots, I have scarlet nance, shin carota, and tonda di parigi. I also have these guys, the black ones. I just got those for funsies. I like orange carrots. People say that, you know, the purple ones are better or the fun colored ones are more fun. No, I want to pull up my carrot and I want to see a carrot. Carrots are orange. I got these little round guys because I thought they might be easier for like cutting for cooking, because I like to cut my carrots into nice little squares. These guys do well in heavier soil. My soil is very heavy. Dear goodness. And this is just a good, classic carrot. These are the beans that I grew last year. Blue Lake, can't go wrong. Everybody likes those. That's a pole bean. Mine, how tall are these supposed to get? 5 to 8 foot vines. Mine got 10 feet tall, and I'm going to trellis them to my roof this year. These guys are bush beans. They were pretty okay. I liked the Blue Lake ones better, but I might still grow a few of them. I also have these purple ones I got for Christmas. These are a pole bean, and they're an heirloom, which I like because I want to save my seeds. And then these are a bush bean. I planted a couple of these last year actually, and those were good too. Moving on to snap peas or snow peas, I have these guys that did really well last year. They produced a ton of peas. I have these guys that haven't grown yet, but they're supposed to be the sweetest. And I have these guys that I didn't actually like a whole ton, and I probably won't grow them this year. However, these are supposed to get 6 to 7 feet tall, and those are my peas that decided to get 9 feet tall and then snap in half and keep producing anyway. So that's a really good pea if you're having trouble growing anything. And then shelling peas, I have these guys. I haven't grown shelling peas before, but we're gonna give it a shot. This one's better for warm climates. It's very heat tolerant. And I don't know about this one. High yields, that's probably why I picked it. Here's my brassicas. I like growing kale, specifically dinosaur kale, because I like using it in soups a lot, and it actually grows really well in my corner of the garden that doesn't get any sun. And then I have broccoli, a little bit different broccoli, and then broccoli rabe. This one's kind of in between normal broccoli and broccoli rabe. I haven't grown broccoli before, but I'm excited to because I have a lot of recipes that want that, and I also just like broccoli. And cabbage. Cabbage is very useful, so I'm excited to grow cabbage. I forgot about my other leaves. I might not grow arugula this year, but I am going to grow spinach because that's also useful. I like to put it in things, and this one in particular is one that can actually stand up to being cooked. Now I have a pepper and a tomato. I'll be growing more peppers than this. This is a sweet pepper. My other peppers, though, I'm going to probably grow jalapenos and poblanos, and I'll just grow those from a little plant that I get at the nursery. Tomatoes, of all the tomatoes that you could grow in a small garden, there's plenty of determinate varieties that stay small and do fantastic in a pot. However, I don't like tomatoes, and I'm only growing these for pasta sauce, and I have no idea if they'll be good for salsa or not, but the type of tomato that it is, that's not like goopy inside, that works for salsa, so this should work for salsa. They get very big and produce a ton of tomatoes, and I don't have the room for that, but I also don't care. These probably should have gone with the carrots because they're a root, but I have breakfast radishes. I don't really like them, but I might grow a couple this year and try again. Onion type things. I have green onions. I like green onions, and I have some still currently growing outside. The chives did not grow well for me last year. I actually don't think I was successful at all with them, so I'm going to try them again. Maybe I'm just not good at growing chives. And then I have Walla Walla onions and sweet Spanish onions. These store better than these do, but I still wanted to try these anyway because they're supposed to be really good, and apparently I don't have any red onions, so I might need to fix that. This is where things start to get a little dicey, not that it wasn't already before with just the sheer quantity. Melons. I love watermelons, and I don't care that they get kind of big. I'm going to grow them. I grew 3 of them last year, but I did them too late in the season, and so my melons only got maybe like softball sized, and then we got too cold. But 5 to 6 foot spacing, I think I can make that happen. These guys are little though. These guys I haven't grown before, but they sound really good. And plant spacing, 2 feet apart, I can make that happen. And if my decisions so far are not questionable enough for you, squash. So I really wanted to grow yellow crookneck squash because my aunt grew it and it was really, really good, but I couldn't find it at first. So I got these guys because they looked similar and I thought they might be good. They're supposed to have a buttery flavor and produce heavily, and the mound spacing is 3 to 4 feet, so maybe that will go okay. And then of course I found the yellow crookneck squash immediately after I bought those. And it says 53 days to harvest, like that's short. And the spacing is also 3 to 4 feet. So now I have to grow both. These guys are good for like pumpkin seeds, pepitas. So that's why I got that. I got that one for Christmas. And the spacing says plant spacing 18 to 36 inches apart, and that sounds doable. This guy might not make it in the garden this year. This guy might be a little optimistic. 8 to 12 feet. That might be a little big. And to finish off, we will come back to reality. Things that are actually doable. I have these guys because they're a good trap crop to keep the bugs from eating, especially my brassicas. And I like the Alaska ones because they're variegated and they're little. These I got solely because they have a hummingbird on them, and I love hummingbirds, and I have a hummingbird feeder. And I think pollinators should like that, and they come in pretty colors. This is also for pollinators. Hoverflies like these, and hoverflies pollinate a lot of things. So also very useful. And these I need to actually get planted soon. These are bread poppies, so for poppy seeds. That's incredibly exciting. This is probably one of what I'm most excited about. So yeah, those are all of the seeds that I'm putting in my tiny garden this year. If there was any doubt as to why this channel is called Chateau Chaos, you can probably tell now that I have a little bit of a problem. And if you're curious about how all of these are going to fit in my yard and grow fantastically this year, then come back next time.